There are many genocides that have taken place all over the world that are still not heard of. The Herero and Nama genocide took place in 1904 in southwest Africa, today known as Namibia. There are two deserts in the country, the Kalahari Desert on the eastern side and the Namib Desert on the western side. The central part of the country is home to the most fertile land, and therefore many people lived in this precious area and relied on farming to survive. The Herero, the Herero tribe owned thousands of cattle and needed this land to feed their cattle and their families. The Narma tribe, on the other hand, were hunter gatherers and relied on the fertile land to provide enough food for them to survive. The Germans traveled down the Atlantic Ocean and arrived in Namibia on the west coast and moved inland towards the central part of the country. On their conquest, they came across two tribes that resided in the central part of the country, the Herero and the Nama tribes. The Germans tried taking this fertile land and their cattle, but the tribes resisted. The Germans, under the leadership of Lotte von Trotter, then passed the law that the Herero and Nama tribes should be eliminated from the planet. This led to the genocide of 1904, which lasted for 4 years. The German troops came in with guns and mass slaughtered the two tribes. They wiped out 80% of the population by any means necessary. This included poisoning the precious water sources from the two tribes as they were fleeing the country, and mass murders. The Germans did not discriminate in age and killed the youngest to the oldest of the people from both tribes. Those that did not escape were put into concentration camps. They were chained, raped, and enslaved to work for the Germans. Many did not survive the concentration camps. The Germans took many of the Herero and Nama tribes' skulls to Germany to investigate why these tribes were so stubborn and why they resisted to obey. There are still skulls of the two tribes in Germany being kept in laboratories to this day. Since 1990, the Nama and Herero tribes are seeking reparation from the German government. The issue of getting reparation is complex because it incorporates whether international humanitarian law and international human rights law today allows violation in the past. The case brought to the German government by the Herero and Nama tribes has great impacts on a global scale because there is an increase in reparation cases that occurred during colonial times.